For the folks who worry about getting everything done and those with too much time on their hands. For all who fret over getting the guest rooms ready and everyone anxious about finding any shelter each night. For those who are worked up over finding the right gift and those whose work is no longer needed. We light a candle for worry this day, God who would shoulder them for us, always. Then here's a canticle for worry. So many, God, so many. They outnumber the dust bunnies under the bed. They use all the empty hangers in the closet. They're waiting to shadow me throughout the day, and just as I fall asleep, they start jumping up on the bed, giggling, "Are you awake?" But you, God with me, refuses to let them get away with foolishness, will not let them have control over me. You hoover under the bed. You box them up to take them to the thrift store which never opens. You sweep them off the porch each morning, smiling as they drift away on spirit's gentle breezes, so that we can cuddle in your lap at night, our souls warmed by the hot cocoa of grace, and our eyes slowly closing as you sing soft carols to us. I've always been amazed that our son has never developed ulcers, because he worries about everything. It's part of his disability. It's part of who he is. It's part of how his brain is wired differently. And it's not just worry, it's constant, almost obsessive, pervasive worry. We can tell him at 10 o'clock what we're going to do, and he'll ask again at 1 o'clock, and then again at 4 o'clock. We can explain what Christmas is going to be like, and he'll ask about that every day. Of course, Gibbs is a worrier as well. He worries about whether or not he'll get his treats when he expects them, whether or not anyone's going to brush him on demand, whether or not he'll get every faucet turned on as he expects his servants to provide. Advent is such a time for worrying. Most of us just can't help ourselves. It's like Advent begins and the switch goes on, and suddenly worry becomes that neon light that is constantly flashing in our heads, constantly niggling in our minds, constantly tapping us on the shoulder. It shouldn't be that way. We should be able to be like Alfred E. Neuman in the old Mad magazine and develop the attitude of, what, me worry? But the world won't let us. Sometimes our families won't let us. The advertisements on television, which start earlier and earlier every year, won't let us. And sometimes, sad to say, the church won't let us. That we make the season busier and busier. We add on more things. We pile on things for people to worry about. If there's anything we should worry about, it's whether or not we can really discover the joy, the wonder, the grace, the hope, the peace of this season. What? Me worry? Let us pray. As we do with everything this time of year coming, God, we carefully budget our fusses so that we don't get all discombobulated too early in the hustle-bustle season. And yet our anxiety spirals out of control with each passing day, if not hour, of the month. So remind us to be a tad silly, embarrassing our kids, singing along with the carols in the car, playing air drums steamroller style, making snow angels by yourself. We tend to find ourselves on tenterhooks during these holy days, Jesus born in us each day, hoping we found the right gifts, have used new wrapping paper, remembered to update our mailing list, and put stamps on every card. So turn our eyes away from our to worry about list, that we might be able to see the family stuck by the side of the road, hear the songs of children rehearsing their pageant lines, offer an invitation to the older couple unable to travel. We become more nervous than any Nelly whenever the number of days left till Christmas are announced, tapping our toes and seeing our knees begin to shake, running out of paper bags from all the hyperventilating, seeing our blood's worry level go up on the little device we attach to our fingers. So once again, teach us your deep breathing tricks, Spirit of gentle serenity. We can become such wusses in these days of wonder and hope, so please help us to feel you gently taking our worries away, so we might truly embrace this holiest of seasons. Amen. And now may the peace of the rolling waves, the peace of the silent mountains, the peace of the singing stars, and the deep, deep peace of the Prince of Peace be with you now and forevermore. Amen.